guys think there's high need or something? Yeah, and I like how people say they can't get their birds to eat pellets. Yeah, let me close this up. Okay, get in here, it's supper time. Come on, get in here. You're missing out. As you can see, I don't keep my loft particularly clean. Is that good? Is that bad? Is that ideal? I don't know. I have these graded floors. I use a lot of that oil dry. And it keeps it dry. That's the important thing. There are areas there where it clumps up a little bit and I have to scrape it once in a while. I don't know, every 2 weeks, 3 weeks or so. Come in and scrape everything down, but hey, it's not all sanitary. Okay, there's one. That don't look too bad. Supper time! Here, that's solid red, recessive red. That was a result of a crossing between a real nice Ludo red, solid red velvet cockbird and one of those birds that are Meuleman based. It looks like this red and white splashed one. That one came out of a pair I imported from Holland. And anyway, it was a hen that looked like that and my red Ludo cockbird, and that's how I got that recessive color there. Those black ones, of course, are not racing pigeons, or the really black ones, or like that one. It's a breed I've been experimenting. It's the result of numerous crosses over the decades. Supposed to be like a high flyer. Although when they're out with my homing pigeons, they don't do a lot of high flying. Well, you ain't getting back out now. Get in there and get something to eat. Now, if you want to get in here, get in here. Oh, I see what happened. Your hen's out there. You came in before she did. Come on, get in here. He's having a nervous breakdown. I don't really care if they prance around outside. If this was a race, they'd already be recorded. In my setup, they have to drop down into an outdoor aviary. Like here. They have to drop down there. And oftentimes I'll have a water out here so they better drop down. The key is they got to step on that pad there, of course. You better get in there. He's having a nervous breakdown about you. Come on. Well, it looks like that's all of them. Oh, some of the artwork I have in here for my birds. I notice that the pigeons appreciate certain types of artwork. I just haven't gotten it up where they wanted it. Well, for not liking pellets, they sure scarf those down. Here they have a waterer. Those are bait stations for mouse. I don't want mice in here. As you can see, squirrels tried to infiltrate the place. I stuffed it full, but had to wire it out. It's on light control. They're secure in here now. They can go back out in the aviary if they want. That's where I hook my clock up. I'm not saying it's ideal, but it works for me. I like the nest holes there, and as you can see, some of them are on eggs. The tipplers, I only allow hens in here during the young bird season. So often they'll mate up with one of these young cock birds, and they'll have eggs. Here's another one over here. I don't know if you can see her. Looks like a shadow here, but well, this comprises my entire young bird team, plus numerous, I don't know, maybe 5 of my high flyers in the flock. Many of these are some my basic family line. Some such as that one there, the recessive red. One right here, this color, that bird. That was a result of a pairing of Meuleman-based imports from a friend in Holland. The rest are a family line. These blue, dark blue, like a velvet color. Those are my Ludo-based lines. That's where that color comes from. Same with the red or red bars, red checks. That's typically where that color's coming from. But they've all been more or less a mixture over the years of various things. I guess more often than not you'll probably find more blue bars, but there is some color variation in the colony. That's a bird there. That band there indicates that one was part of an auction bird. We're going our special 250-mile auction rate. That one there has a frill. You think that would typically come from a sign of inbreeding, but that's a result of a crossing of Meuleman with the Meuleman base line. And he has the traditional dark color there of some of those Ludas and also the Meulemans, but it's dark. Well, I typically like to keep them a little bit on the hungry side, or at least interested in food. They're not starving to death for the amount of work they're doing at this point. Okay, well, that's about all I have to share. Wilhelm, I'm not sure how he pronounces it. I wanted to give him an update on his bird, or the offspring of some of the pair that he sent me. This one obviously looks to me, obviously anyway, it's one of the Meuleman based birds. Directly out of, the cock and the hen from Willem. And of course, so is that one. That one's the cross from that line, Meuleman and Ludo. Yeah, see, they're going to want to fly back here to their nest, to their little nest spot there. Here's another one, Willem. This was the dark check, blue velvet, whatever you want to call it, color. This was the result of the Meuleman crossed onto a Ludo. We got the dark color. We got a little necktie. Well, they're sitting right next to each other. There. Those are the two that are the crosses. I couldn't do this again if I tried. This is the Ludo Meuleman cross. And that one there is the straight Meuleman. I had another one, but it was lost during the training period. This is the typical Smith strain, for lack of a better word. It was a number of generations of simply, some people would say a Jansen-based whatever. We bred the parents, we may have bred the grandparents. Those there, all pretty similar in structure, looks sort of like peas in a pod. Typically blue bar. Alright, I'm running out of time. Thanks for letting me share.